we went there the last day and we asked the madam, where is the fee structure is 67, but in the portal we are reading 88,000. She said they are going, that is a mistake, they are going to correct that. Now what we are asking, hii pesa nani wanakula inaendanga wapi? Say the modular student in their fee structure, it is reading 35,000. In their portal is 40,000. When we ask, they are saying it is a mistake, they are going to correct that. What is the motive behind all these 5,000? We are calling upon the government agency to come to Kisumu National Polytechnic and investigate this.
Hii Kenya tunaelekea wapi?
That's Madam Kalonji and
Hiyo
Finance
ndio swali.
Mr. Mayeri is doing here. My name is Saida Sadeh. I'm the chairperson of Kisumu National Polytechnic students. We need the government to come here to investigate all this scam and theft going on here in Kisumu National Polytechnic. Madam Kalonji must go. Mr. Mayeri must go. They must step aside to allow the investigation to take place. President. President Samuel. Yes. Yes. They have been using.
There's no going to teach them because the murderous regime prefers spending Kenyan shillings 6.3 billion on tea and mandazi rather than paying lecturers. An incompetent regime rotten to the core. That is what they have written and that is what they have exposed to the whole nation and the world to know what is happening in Nairobi today. Nairobi students, Nairobi University have been shut down as lecturers now saying this is beyond us, just go home because we cannot spend 6.3 billion on mandazi and tea, yet we are not being paid. Lecturers, you have that right. You must be paid is when you get at least some cash or some amount to fuel your vehicles, to at least eat and have some energy, to teach the students what they ought to understand in their career. But the question is, who is behind all this? As the CS of Education, Mr. Ogembo, had said that he had released some cash in his department for education in this country. I can recall, I think just the other day, many of you can try to rectify me on that if I'm not wrong. So should we blame Ogembo or should we blame the administration or whom should we blame, the student or Kenyans? Problem is that corruption is really affecting us. I did a video clip of Eldoret University. The same thing happening today in Nairobi University is the same thing happened in Eldoret University. How many of you can flash back? You can as well identify and know that I was right when I said that most of these universities, we have the chancellors, we have the skunk lecturers, we have those who are corrupt, we have some cartels in the CS of Education of Ogembo who are corrupt. They're looting the education administration to the core and even aiming to at least live with nothing in the education treasury. And they are the most people who are happy seeing the education treasury having no amount of money, even a cent, even 50 bob. When they see that, they are just feeling like someone pinch one of their colleague and even feeling like beating that person thoroughly if that person was close to him or her. That is the spirit tormenting the current education. Now, the problem did not start with them. The problem started with the boss of the country. And the boss of the country is President Ruto. He is the one who is supposed to fight all the corruption. He is supposed to look at this health education administration, education administration, health administration, the transport administration, all the CSS administration, because the current CSS are not also holy. They are looting and they are just comfortable warming the CSS chairs. They are like the county governors who are looting and leaving the county treasury with empty coffers. The leaders leading us today in this administration are skunk and they are arrogant. They are not having vision and dream to secure this country. Some country today, as we speak, in US, they have some food preservation fridges or refrigerators to assist them when the country will run out of food. In country like Asia, or if you go to China, they have some fund preservation where that fund, it is a guaranteed that any Chinese citizen must pay it, so that when the country will run out of funds, they will rush there and take, at least to help them when there is going to be, whenever there is hurdles. Kenya is a good country, rich in mineral resources. But now look at what is happening. Students having some education, being sent home. Why? The lecturers have not been paid. The leaders are just having great vehicles among themselves, taking mortgages, interacting with some of the cartels in the government, and even enjoying that luxurious mortgage which the government always give them. Having some slave queens, of course, they cannot go without slave queen. Ogembo cannot go with that. He's just there and interacting with the many people, enjoying and taking a small wine, as long as his family is safe. But he cannot work smart based on the education. When asked, he gets arrogant, annoyed, as if he is not a human being. He is thinking that he is a stone which should be cut off and made for house construction. That is how they reason, that is how we think when it comes to leadership. I'm saying this without fear of contradiction. Just the other day, Aden Duale had some cases. Duale had some cases. His administration had scandals. Duale rushed to DCI. Duale rushed to DCI. Rushed to DCI for help. Instead of asking Kenyans what might be the problem, what might affect us. So, where will we go to if this country we behave like now? Today, Kenya is like Nairobi University. Where will we go to? And that is why I said that when I become the head of state, I will not tolerate those incompetent CSS. Anyone who is incompetent, anyone who is just looting. When your name has been mentioned on the thuggery case, on the murder case, you are just going home. There's no room for negotiation. Because once a suspect is always, his name is always mentioned, he still remains a suspect. And therefore, why should we just plan ourselves as leaders? And this message goes to the UD administration. You are saying that there is free education while sending our sons and daughters back. You must remember that there are some people who had cases and they are really fighting to at least make their home to be a better place. But their effort is not bearing any fruit because we have some incompetent leaders who are just looting and they don't care what will happen in the near future. Today you are happy looting money. Tomorrow your son will also experience whatever you are doing to your colleague. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what is happening in Nairobi University as we speak. What are your take? Kindly give us your opinion at the comment section below. And it's a lesson for you to learn that 2027, as we are approaching this election, you must not just vote for a leader. Vote for someone with vision. Vote for someone with quality and ensure he or she act on those quality or answers he or she said during his or her campaign season.